Google, how much tax are you actually going to pay here in the UK?
Well, that's something Google can answer in a heartbeat. The firm is going to shell out £130 million. That is $185 million, money many people feel is long overdue. Question is,
OK, Google, is it enough?
well, Google thinks so. It has reached an agreement with the taxman after a long open audit. That is to cover a decade of underpayments. And the company is going to pay more in the future, saying it will change the way it calculates its taxes based on revenue from UK-based advertisers, which reflects the size and scope of its UK business. Which leads to the question,
OK, Google, how big exactly is that business?
well, the firm's turnover was £642 million in the UK in 2013. That is nearer to $915 million if we're talking dollars. But then look at the figures filed in the US, where Google had revenues of $5.6 billion that year and $6.5 billion a year later in 2014. Quite a discrepancy. Now that's revenue, and revenue isn't taxable profit. There are costs to bear in mind. But it shows Google earns a lot in Britain that doesn't go through its British accounts. It is all pretty confusing. It is all pretty complex. It is all perfectly legal. And this was the boss of Google UK appearing in front of Parliament back in 2013 to defend it. Just listen to the fiery words directed at him.
How do you think they feel every time they switch on to Google and they remember, and just it reminds them of your rather devious, if I may say so, calculated and, in my view, unethical behaviour?
I think if ordinary people listen to that statement, they would rightly be concerned, but I think that statement is not a fair representation of how we operate.
OK, Google, why pay now?
They say that they see the way the world is changing and they want to be seen as paying their fair share. But at the same time, they're under pressure. There has been an audit and governments want to get more tax out of companies like Google.
So the taxman gets his cash, Google solves its PR problem, and everybody is happy, right? Wrong. This is already causing anger amongst opposition politicians here in the UK who say Google should pay a lot more. It is a paltry amount. And elsewhere in Europe, in France notably, authorities are negotiating with Google for their settlement, and they may demand much, much more. For Google at least, this is an issue that is not going away soon. Phil Lavelle, Al Jazeera in London.